Amen. Lord God Almighty, we continue to ask for your grace to indwell in each and every one of us, that we will be able to have the inspiration to deal with the issues at hand, and that there will be clarity as we go through all the complications that we faced with on a day-to-day basis. We continue to ask that you grant each and every one of us the spirit of forbearance, the spirit of forgiveness, and the spirit to be able to own up when we are wrong, and the spirit to be able to give the person his own due when he is right. And so we ask, as we continue to hear from different testimonies, that the people who will come here will be truthful enough to speak the truth, and so that the commissioners, you will grant them the spirit to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. And we continue to ask that you will guide this commission for the satisfaction of all the people in this land. So at the end of the day, each and every one will be winners, and none will be disappointed. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop. Council, are we ready for this morning's witness?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. Sagar Thomas Jahase will lead the next witness, who is presently within the premises. So over to you, Sagar.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, commissioners, and good morning, members of the audience. We are ready to proceed. Mr. Usher, can you kindly get the witness? Thank you. Interpreters, please take note that the witness will be speaking in the Mandinka language. Can the witness be upstanding, please?
I, Omar Fofana.
Nde Omar Fofana.
I, Omar Fofana.
Nte Omar Fofana.
Nte Omar Fofana.
Do swear that.
Mbekali lako.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbetonya le fola.
The whole truth.
Tonya dama.
Ngamalong tonya to.
And nothing but the truth.
Adunte fem fola me manke tonya.
Dekuma fola me interact tonya kam.
So help me God.
Woto alama ale ndema.
Alama ale somanta be na koko.
Amen.
Akosi ona.
Good morning, Mr. Fofana.
Sama, Mr. Fofana.
On behalf of the Commission, I wish to welcome you.
Commission Otoya, Lambe Bismillah, TRRC.
And also, I wish to thank you for agreeing to testify this morning. As you know, my name is Sagar. We have already been introduced. And I will be the counsel asking you questions today on behalf of the commissioners. During the meeting we had earlier on, I have already gone through the rules and regulations that we have here at the TRRC.
Meeting men soto nun komando jannem bina in sidla rojang nga sartol men gatama TRRC la ndon rojang ngau kachala.
And there really is no need to repeat them.
Ora manjara pur kamurun ka muru kam koreke.
But kindly keep them in mind as we sail through your testimony.
But ora hanin ka bimbe dane ron pur sartol ni men kachanu yemude sondo mo kono ikana boy kono.
The main obligation you have before the TRRC is to say the truth. As your testimony is on oath. You will be giving testimony today on behalf of your brother, Imam Bakausu Fofana, and we will be covering the following topics. We will want to know some background information on you as well as Bakausu. We would also like to have an idea of the harassment or persecution, arrest, detention, and torture of your brother. And we would like you to explain in what context these human rights violations occurred. You will also talk about your own personal victimization in various events. To conclude, the commissioners will ask you questions. And that is after I have finished asking you all the questions that I have. And you will be given an opportunity to make your final remarks. And since you're speaking in the Mandinka language, I would urge you to listen carefully to my questions. Wait for the interpretation of my question from English to Mandinka. Before you respond in Mandinka. Thereafter, I will also have to wait for the interpretation from Mandinka to English. Make your statements brief so that the interpreters can follow you properly. I hope you have understood everything I have explained this morning.
Yes, I understand.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I'm ready.
Kindly give me your full names.
The Omar Fofana.
My name is Omar Fofana.
Where do you live?
I live at Sanchaba Sulejub.
And where is Sanchaba Sulejub located?
It is part of Sukuta, just behind their primary school.
When and where were you born?
I was born in Kiang, but our original home is at Jara Sankuya.
And when were you born?
1976.
It was in 1976.
Do you recall the precise date?
January or February.
Well, it might be in January or February.
And what is your occupation?
I am a student.
What kind of student?
Well, I did Quranic schooling, and the type of schooling is the local Quranic schooling in the villages.
And apart from being an Islamic student, do you do any other kind of work?
Ning abota talibe ala foy ka dogu kodan dol kele bang.
Birambora talbe aga ngamoto boro fonake.
After I completed my Islamic schooling, I became a driver.
And are you still driving?
Hanin ka bimben tembe da mendo hansa ibe driving nala ba be moro boron dolal ba.
O bulala murra talbe wala mun tolla silo mbe wolto.
I stopped driving. I went back to my former trade because we've always been Islamic scholars.
And that is what you do now?
An sign de ka wala ke.
Wala.
Yes, that's what I'm doing now.
Imam Bakausu Fofana is your brother, is that correct?
Bakausu Fofana ikoto malam foto nyale.
Ankoro malem.
Yes, he is my elder brother.
And do you share the same mother and father?
Foy na den da bakilim fakil ni la bang.
De bakilim fakili.
Yes, we are all from the same mother and father.
And is he the eldest member of your family or not?
Allah dimba Allah family to je fa atelam chebadi bang.
No kotoma be jele bar musolo mode chewlo ko na telem chebadi.
Yes, well, how it went is that he has an elder sister, but the female, the males of our family, he is the elder brother.
And what occupation does he do?
Ata dunga ta mundo ko fa sonne ke.
Akaso atamu imamolti amu ustasoti karamol babulu tafijo babulu.
Bakausu is an imam. He has schools and he is an Islamic scholar and he is an Islamic teacher too.
And what mosques is he imam of?
Aka jaman juma ka sa almamu de jaman jumal to.
Jaman fulaka wala almam ya.
He is the imam of 2 different mosques.
And apart from being imam of the mosque, of these 2 different mosques, can you tell us if he does any other activity or performs any other role?
Ning abota ka ning jaman fulo la almamulti. Fo isa fo no nye fo ning abota wala fa ka ku do be jele fana mi alon ka da bula kono ma ka do ku sifa do kele bang.
Sukuta Arab school o babulo to fanato.
Traffic light. He has an Arabic school at Sukuta around traffic lights.
Does he perform other religious activities?
Akadino la karola ka mamman ka fanna dol fana na bang.
O fana kola ka kawando ka conference o ka karaga molda ani niya kulliya soro niya kumala sina kawando la je.
Well, he does preaching. He attends Gamos and preaches at Gamos. He attends Islamic conferences where he also preaches. If you have a naming ceremony and inform him, he will come and preach at the naming ceremony.
Can you tell us what mosques he's imam of?
Fo isa fo na nye jaman jumal le alamamu mati.
La jaman fulo wala membala so kono.
The first mosque is the one he built in his compound.
And the second one?
Fulan jangodum.
Sukuta nema tubabo le jaman ala keno do bodo tubabo le jaman lo ata moto fana almamoti.
At Sukuta Nema, there he had a plot there where a friend, a white man, decided to build a mosque for him there. He is also the imam at that second mosque too.
Did you mention the location of that mosque?
O jama laba o nying fo yala dingira nyi ya fo le bang.
Ni da sukura saro kon la sarkera silo silaba man tara fundi late kunda sabi jala highway kan e ka fadam the first caras.
Well, the place is called First Garas at Sukuta Nema. If you take the road leading to Latikunda Sabiji, on the main road there is a place called First Garas. The mosque is around there.
Thank you for that information.
Baraka ila kibaro dio kan.
Would you say your brother had any influence on Islamic religious affairs here in the Gambia?
Silang ikoto ma Bakausu Fofana fo ilafta fola le ko ay kamol sodal ban kamol sondi kula waranto kamol sondi kula dino la karola ban kay banko kanjang.
Bakausu ka ala nen kila la kumolo ko sa tuta membulo ko ala fa fa man sa fali yumna man sa fali yaghfiru. Nadiata me ke muslimo nadiata me ke kafir.
Can you take your statements in very short bits because the interpreter needs to interpret. Mr. Interpreter?
Well, he said Bakausu's job is to inform and educate people about Allah's ways. It's left to the people. If you want to become a Muslim, you can be a Muslim. If you want to become a Christian or any other religion, it's left to you. But his job is to educate people in the Islamic way.
Yes, Mr. Interpreter, I just want to remind you, just to avoid statements overlapping, kindly just listen to me and let me complete my question before you interpret. Otherwise, our statements keep overlapping. Thank you very much. My question was whether you believe, in your opinion, Bakausu was influential in religious affairs, and if so, how influential was he?
Ninga ila ra wala ko akamol kachandino akamol sondino dino la karol ni naka ka ko keno nyaadi le
aka kumola fo me yalan ko na kumo fo e sonno mo kata me yalan ko e lafta nin kilala.
Yes, because in that way he has been doing that, talking to people. That's what made him influential. And what he always says, he says it with humility. If you want, you can accept what he's telling you. It's left to you to accept whatever you want.
And how many followers did he have?
Kanunte jellal babul men katara bulari kan noma.
Ba kausula kanunto dunia dawda ala kanunto be Gambia dawda ala kanunto be tara dawda ni fura ni ba kausula ka jammole le akanu jammole.
Ba Kausu has followers at many places, I can say in the whole world, because wherever you go with Bakausu, if his followers come out, you will think that he was born at this place. That's the type of person he is.
What are the main areas here in the Gambia where he had a huge following?
Banko kanjam fanna jumala soro me alon ko e jama soro woldo kanunte jamal soro me alon ko e nata dije akab mo soro bake.
O jam ko nga fo nyamen kay mo hanin tol fani na hanabe moto fonkono e fonkalo ni la moto ne am ba ko sula moto fombe tambe dawda molka kumande kan moto lo ne bukalon da ko nga fo bukalon dumala kan dumala makan.
Well, as I said, Bakausu is a person whereby even if he boards his vehicle, when I am traveling with him, wherever he goes, people will wave and call to him. And if he stops, the people will come and surround the vehicle. You will not know who the end or the beginning of the followers. And you will not even understand those who like him and those who don't like him. But everybody converges on him.
Was there any controversy surrounding some of his religious views or practices?
Fonyolo bejele bang coming ala dino la batu nyato bango kanjamba.
Sankama mo mo bak.
Ka fonyo ko ala dino ka ataka dino batu nyamen ani mol ya mol ka muta nyamen fo ani modol tal farata la bang.
Okay, comme banko kanjam mol la miro Kenya farata.
Well, just like in the country here, people have different ways of thinking.
Ba dol be jang isi fan ko ni tolum salafi wala dol sa sunni dol sa ko tolum ahlus sunnah jamaa dol sa ko tolum sufi wala.
Well, in the country here you have many Muslim sects. Some will say they are Sufis, some will say they are ahlus sunnah, some will say they are from the Sunnah sect, some will say they are from the Sufi sect. So it's a diverse thing.
And amongst these different sects, would you say there is conflicts in religious belief, or was there harmony within different sects?
For signing fanal bela imim be for them. For left ba for ko nyomoy balia katara mol dam maltema ni fanal la bang. For ba for ko fo nyomoy obejele bang.
Fanal fem mobe ko men yalan ko ba kaus kanu bari karo doller wuta men yalan ko wali kilo wuli ba kaus kamba. Konso ko mobe buka mo kanno.
Well, not everybody likes a person, but Bakausu, in any of these sects, he has very good people and friends amongst them. But there are also other people who hate him from some of these sects, and in fact some of them have got up at one time to fight him.
And who are these people you're referring to?
Jumalem nyimoldi be men lak mo foga.
Wala mod men kam la ko banko kan Gambia Islam Council ni ay ba ko so mbara banko ka sababu kata wallel.
Well, I will give an example like the Supreme Islamic Council, because in fact, Bakausu, the reason for him to leave the Gambia and go and live outside is because of that Supreme Islamic Council.
Can you just give us some background into what issues he had with the Supreme Islamic Council?
Fo isi fondama do dino na lebang. Meya dalilo meya sabu aning Supreme Islamic Council mambenno.
Wala muda ko nga fo nyama ba kausula kaundo na ya fo molke la mo ba ka walio start nin karola ko.
Well, Bakausu is somebody, when he preaches, people listen. But the difference that came between him and the Supreme Islamic Council is about the sighting of the moon.
Were there any other differences apart from that one?
saying na ninga bota wala fodo kudo fana bejele mi alon ko ani mol manyo moy no wala ba ninga bota kari ko wala ba
bra na boro karkula ko wala ani mole nyomo ko bela.
Apart from the sighting of the moon, Bakausu has no other problems with other people.
And can you specifically tell us what these differences were about the sighting of the moon? Just give us a brief explanation so we can understand.
Fo isi je fatam fansi no mole bani akumala sutiya kan wala nyindi ni karola en kujube mune famu dalilo famoti me asabati ni mol manyo moy no wala karola ko to
So comme dalta men na dino ndronga menjije.
Just like as what we are used to in Islam, what we have been taught in Islam, what the Holy Prophet advised and left with us, you can look for the moon on the 29th day of the lunar month. If you don't sight the moon on that day, then you go forward, you continue. But if you happen to sight the moon on the 29th day of the lunar calendar, and it happens to be Ramadan, you have to cut your fast and pray. That's what we've seen, and that's what we found our elders doing.
So because beloro wala ka ko dunia beta sunno la dunkel dunia beta salno to ko dunia be ko be salno dunkel be sal dunkel bakas ka ta kenol. Well,
that's what Bakausu is following. He said not everybody can pray on the same day, and that's what Bakausu is following. But the others that are in contention with him, they wanted the whole world to pray on the same day.
And can you tell us, in relation to the Gambia, how the Supreme Islamic Council would enforce such a statement, as in that people should pray on the same day?
Silang, sina nina randol la Gambia banko kanjang. Supreme Islamic Council ila karola. Itol ka ukuoni ka tamani nyadi la puri aje ko mobe sali nyola. Akuma kango ni kuma kanyimu memfindi ka tamani nyadi la ka aje ko mobe sali nyola lungkili wala.
Etoloko tamani yame nin kambia be talan saba kono sa kankula wala talan nan ko sama be kala saloti wala sama be kala sunra atan to lajantilo fa mum boy ko bakos ko ta kenola.
Well, here as far as sometimes when the day is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 p.m. When it's announced from other countries, Bakausu will they want us to pray on that day, but Bakausu said that's impossible. As far as it is around 3 p.m. here, the sun has not set. You have not sighted the moon. So how can you say that you are going to pray on the following day when the sun has not yet set for you to look for the moon?
So what you are saying in essence is that once the Supreme Islamic Council announced a particular day for the prayer, if it was not consistent with the sighting of the moon here in the Gambia, Bakausu would not follow that particular direction to pray on that day.
Amunda eka munda ila kafta faka memfa wala mindiko ning ayadra Supreme Islamic Council e kankularo ke Gambia banko kanjang purus salobe kala wan men andung lungoni to le men kankula aning Bakausu la membe mudana abuli to le ifota nyoko le Bakausu buka so wala
Bakausu buka so wala la jama fana ka Bakausu telephone ni te mom fam bol bele la kuma kawno bi ko la tetel la councilot.
Well, that's what Bakausu follows, and a lot of other areas call Bakausu and ask him because they tell him that we trust you because we are following our old norms. So this is why if you advise us, that's what we are going to take.
And did that create any problems for him?
That brought a very serious problem for him to the extent of him migrating and leaving the country.
And I know that is what happened subsequently, but let's just start from the beginning and tell us whether or not at any point the Supreme Islamic Council invited him perhaps for a discussion to address some of these issues.
Yes, the council invited him.
Can you remember the dates?
2011 kara 2012
It happened either in 2011 or towards 2012, if I can remember.
Can you remember the specific date?
Lunga nyim fango isa mutano le bang.
Lunga nyim fanta mo ma mutano ba nimba ko som ya ko Enrique Lobela.
Well, I cannot remember the exact date. That can be supplied by only Bakausu himself if he is around.
Kindly tell us the venue of the meeting.
Meeting on na dingirani akera dame do fesi je fanam fono nya ba ning Supreme Islamic Council ni meeting on soro dame.
Jano ye letero samana so kono yatra Bakausu tara bolon kono letero dintella pour ko ya invite ko Bakausu la fre na dem ma meeting soro.
Well, before that happened, initially they brought a letter to our compound. By that time, Bakausu had gone to the provinces. He was not at home. I was the person who was at home, and the letter was handed over to me.
Please proceed.
Tenteng.
So, a letter dina mena kafa lamin dabo jaran kola ma ko sidia sise alma yam fakala bandal sai ako wole letter dia ko talni Arab school ko en letter ya di Bakausu la.
Well, the letter was delivered by a man called Lamin Sise, and he said there was somebody teaching at the Talinding Islamic School called Sidia Sise. He said that Sidia Sise is the person who gave him that letter to bring for Bakausu.
And can you tell us what this letter was about?
Ni letter on yinga muna be fudu nga kono faisa fono nya ba.
Letter on inte mayele because one letter nga mutara fo bir Bakausu nada after letter on na ko 3 days Bakausu na nga letter dial.
Well, the letter didn't come for me. This is why I didn't open it. It was brought for Bakausu. So this is why I kept the letter until 3 days later Bakausu returned. Then I handed the letter to him.
Bila letter okarang.
After he read the letter,
akonya council le nkumande ko ngatan dangu.
He told me that I have been invited by the Supreme Islamic Council. They said they want me to go and see them.
Bro akonya ko science itaje woro.
Then he told me, I want to go with you there.
And that is what led to this meeting which we just spoke about.
Yes, the meeting came about because of that letter.
Did Bakausu, you mentioned already that he asked you to go with him. Were any other people, did any other people go with him?
Yes, some people joined us because Bakausu believes in traveling with other people on such matters.
Please tell us who joined you.
Mitonyi na ko ya kono dete ne Bakausu ne ya fili ne ma kono fa don de moment bulara be sare burun tolni men dara ala kafunyo be sara kulola ma to fan bara kondo mu sise tol ka fa ne sise.
Well, someone joined us and his sole name is Sise Esrahuleman. But how we were informed about the meeting and how the meeting was held, well, it looks like they were trying to hide something from Bakausu. But anyway, this man Sise joined us and we all went together.
And can you just tell us why you believe that they were hiding something from you?
Mune sai fisa fono nyeng mune asabe ko ilara nyindala ko kule be jame alon ko be wol ma bokalma.
Alongo Bakausu mu jamaati yolti.
They know that Bakausu is always followed by a large crowd wherever he goes.
Barare tuli akankule femol ya kankula mo jama yara e masakunda ni da ya paral samanang ya sojaro samanan don malong.
Because they had already announced this meeting to many people, and the paras and the soldiers were brought in to stand by there.
Ane usas to mal menu sautul hak men katranu je Umar Gita nyolu Umar Danso nyolu lo kafo ane usas ko tan jamalu ngol bejije.
And a lot of other Islamic teachers were brought in. People like Omar Jite and his other ustasis were also invited to come and attend that meeting because I saw them all there.
Anin kunjur alfa dol fanal beje mol siara je anin atafa Mawlamin Touré mo jama organize men na je alfa lon to ngawol jije.
And Mawlamin Touré himself decided to call in a lot of people from his hometown of Gunjur plus many other scholars who came there to attend that meeting.
The condole 10 o'clock landro futaje before 10 but ntolmo motra je ntara Mawlamin Touré fankala ofso ko montro wat mumen na okeje.
Well, they told us that the meeting will start at 10 in the morning, 10 a.m. But when we arrived there, not a single person was there. Then we proceeded to Mawlamin Touré's office. We spent an hour with him in his own office there before people arrived.
Can you tell us the venue of the meeting?
Meeting on Dingrani, Foisi J. Fono Nyaba.
The Council of Supreme Islam Council on Miton Kerawol.
It took place at the headquarters of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Did the letter state the purpose of the meeting?
Later on, meeting on Dalil on I have followed. Safeta Jeraba.
I know Kobaka left near Miton also near the Mamiton also the Makono Fonundai.
Well, they didn't explain much, or they didn't go into details. They just wrote on the letter that we want to see you, we want to have a meeting with you.
And at the time, who was the president of the Supreme Islamic Council?
Supreme Islamic Council, the president.
It was Mohammed Lamin Toure from Gunjur.
Is it Mohammed or Modu Lamin?
Mohammed Moulamin. It's Molam Toure, Mohammed Lam Toure.
It's Mohammed Lamin Toure, but people sometimes say Modu Lamin Toure.
Thank you. And who are the other members of the executive?
Mollamin Toure no lan ko dol mu jumal ledi.
Don ko do beje Abdoulaye Fati, Chorna Dabo, Ibrahima Jeju.
Well, he has followers like Ibrahima Jeju, Abdoulaye Fati, Aning
Chorna
Dabo,
Aning Moulamin Toure found Surwa Membanoma.
And there is a Wolof man, the assistant to Modu Lamin Toure.
And more Jamaila council members will invite now.
And many other people. In fact, I can say that all their council executive members were invited.
Proceed and tell us what happened after you were invited and you were told that the meeting would start at 10 o'clock.
Ya fanye bin kafoko kabri ya albunya to kuma de meeting ola meeting oni yemensa feje ko meeting oni be kuma sele talantang altata jannin talantang acha tenten ya fo mole munena tanake
birum futara je be on la kiamano kera Chorna Dabol.
When we arrived, the meeting was later chaired by Mr. Cherno Dabo. After the opening of the meeting, they stated that they invited Bakausu to come and discuss with him concerning Islamic matters. They said Bakausu happens to be their junior, but nowadays he is somebody who happens to be bigger and they cannot manage him. They said Bakausu has made their job very difficult for them.
Because
but whatever they say, and if Bakausu says anything to the contrary, most of the people in the country used to follow Bakausu's statements.
Are you saying that Cherno Jalo, in a sense, was saying Bakausu had become too powerful for them to manage?
Cherno Dabo.
My apologies, Cherno Dabo.
Ako foi lafta le kafo ko Cherno Dabo le bo fo kanu ko Bakausu keta mo de malon ko sa al ko e bulo fale ba. Bakausu Cherno Dabo le ko fo.
Ha Cherno Dabo yo foje.
Yes, it was the first statement came from Cherno Dabo.
And do you agree that what he was saying was that Bakausu had become too powerful for them to manage?
Sa ite fana isonta wala bang Cherno Dabo e me ko kafo ko Bakausu le silande ala ko nyinga e bulo fale ba.
Panso wala.
No, I don't agree to that.
My question is whether that is what Cherno Dabo said at the meeting.
Akofo Cherno ala nyinin karo ko fo Cherno Dabo yo le fo meeting dula.
Cherno Dabo ko Bakausu e bulo fale meeting dula do.
Cherno Dabo said now.
Akoy Bakausu e bulo fale do ko nyin comme ça Bakausu e bulo fale.
Yes. Cherno Dabo stated that Bakausu has become very, very powerful for them and he has made their job very difficult.
And what was the position of Cherno Dabo within the Supreme Islamic Council?
Cherno Dabo la makamo muneti Supreme Islamic Council la kafo kono.
Butumala memati de bara alfa bala mati de Bakausu no na we bela lord lalone.
Well, I don't know his exact position, but he is also among the top executives of the Supreme Islamic Council. But when Bakausu comes, maybe he himself can clarify that matter.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fofana. Please proceed and tell us whether Cherno Dabo said anything else after that.
Barka bake sai tenta ya fo mole ninga bodo fo Cherno Dabo fo kuma so la ko nga men fo ba.
Yo birate be on daele.
After he opened the meeting,
Moulamin Toure diamuta.
Then Modu Lamin Toure took over.
And who was Modu Lamin Toure?
Malam Moulamin Toure di.
Atelo Moula Supreme Council president.
He is the president of the Supreme Islamic Council.
What did he say?
Ay monefo.
Ako Bakausu hani kunjura ta wuluta sato men Bakausu sembo man soto yata mo sembo soto je.
He said that in Gunjur, where he was born, the influence Bakausu has in his own hometown, Bakausu's influence is far more bigger than his own influence in his own town.
Akonim hanila motol men fanga gele moto ni be sarse ga ni bita kunyara ko moto ba ko lo na be ka ba Bakausu la cassette pile buketo la cassette pile I offer you.
He went on to say at the meeting that these passenger vehicles, the gelegeles, they have, most of them have cassette players on board their vehicles. He always hears only Bakausu's preachings from these cassettes, from these vehicles when they are plying the roads. If you go to these recording studios where they record these cassettes and sell them, you find a lot of Bakausu's cassettes, recorded cassettes being sold at these recording studios. If he announces that, let's fast on so and so day, or let's pray on so and so day, people disagree with them. They only listen to Bakausu's announcement. Ako hani banna salo fam keo do ya kumani badi bo ko almamo da ko badi bara mo sa do yin to for ako fanka on to ko be salla bar nga telephone ko Bakausu ko nim man karo jan kana sal wata wal man son salla. He said an imam called him from Badibu who told him that, well, we wanted to pray along with the day that you people are going to pray, but we called Bakausu and asked him. But Bakausu told us that let's look for the moon. If we don't sight the moon, we shouldn't pray along with you people. So because of that, he said that, well, their leadership has become futile or useless with them. Bakausu has now become the overall kingpin over them. So now they are going to do something about this case.
You already mentioned that Modu Laminture said Bakausu even has more influence than him in his own area. Which area are you referring to? Yeah, for Janko, Modu Laminture, ako Bakausu ye wale semboso do katambate de atala mafala. Minto le ngoroti.
Asadoro Gunjur.
His hometown in Gunjur.
Ako Bakausu komonsoro ya anatafa mo konsoro atawulu das Gunjur medo.
He said that the influence Bakausu has in his own town in Gunjur, he himself, an indigene of that town, doesn't have that influence in his own hometown.
And was he also an imam? Yes.
Yes, he's an imam in Gunjur.
So he was the imam of Gunjur, yet he had little influence there.
That's what he said.
He also mentioned that someone called from Badibu and saying that they were also going to follow what Bakausu preaches about the sighting of the moon and the date of the prayer.
He said yes, he didn't name the man and he didn't name the village, but it was from the Badibu district.
Please go ahead and tell us what else happened during the meeting. Did anyone else speak?
Yes, after the president, Ibrahim Jeju also spoke at the meeting.
And who was Ibrahim Jeju?
He is also a member of the executive. And he is very close to the president or head of state at that time.
And who are you referring to?
He is called Ibrahim Jeju.
I'm asking the witness that Ibrahim Jeju is supposed to be close to the head of state. So I'm asking, who is he referring to by the head of state?
Iko Ibrahim Jeju karada bankonya rongola niko bankonya rola mjumati.
Wala Yaya Jammeh president ko to member ja.
That's Yaya Jammeh, the former president of this country.
Thank you. What did Ibrahim Jeju say?
Ibrahim Jeju yemunafo.
Ibrahim Jeju ko Bakausu yata fon disappoint and Bakausu started to fon la gamodo soto koy.
Ibrahim Jeju said Bakausu
Somito.
He said Bakausu disappointed himself because in fact one time he went with Bakausu to Gamo in his village at Somita.
ako Bakausu kaundo ke wolo ako jola ke ba do fombe je.
He said Bakausu preached at that gamo, and there was one Jola man, an elderly man.
Ako biro pare da fon nim fon waka nim fon ada kamandala ko fa kai Bakausu se yakatela ka dugare kana wake.
And that man was so angry that he came with a cutlass, saying that he was going to attack Bakausu with that cutlass, but he intervened.
Was Ibrahim Jeju from Bakausu la ko diata bake anim Bakausu karadala ka ko dugare ngata na sato re je mol kawandi.
Because Ibrahim Jeju was a close friend to Bakausu before all these things. In fact, they used to go together sometimes. This is why Ibrahim Jeju decided to invite him to go with him to that gamo at Somita. And Bakausu said a statement there which angered the Jola, saying that the people in this country who has very little knowledge, and their knowledge is so little that they are the tribe who has very, very low knowledge about Islam.
And can you just tell us why Ibrahim Jeju felt that Bakausu was referring to the Jolas?
For example, muna ya sabu Ibrahim Jeju atenyi njeko Bakausu be Jolal abole la telling kan wala ba okuma kan onyi.
Ko Bakausu ni atara dawda siyo sita mende ni albelore menka ka fala alu bulangata alaka wala kumar mbelta mu alati.
Well, Bakausu is somebody, wherever he goes, he talks about tribes. And any tribe that he knows this is their way, he will tell you the way you are following is not the correct path. Leave that path and come and join the Islamic way. That's the only thing, the everlasting thing that we can follow.
Mr. Fofana, are you saying that Bakausu actually made this statement and said that Jolas have very little knowledge?
Mr. Fofana ko fo nyin kuma ka yeme bro itonya tonya Bakausu nyin kuma ka fo ka fo Jola li wole londo men londo ila londo do yara bakal.
Ibrahim Jeju wala fo lar.
Well, that's what Ibrahim Jeju said at that meeting.
And my question is, do you know whether that is accurate? Did he actually say that?
Akamen nyine ko fo ayo fo le ban ila miro ba Bakausu si fo ba.
Ndemo said ya.
I was not there. I cannot ascertain to that.
But it is true that whatever he said was the reason why the Jola man tried to attack him with a cutlass.
But tonya mendi wala akamela tonya mendi wala nyindi ko. Dalilo me asabu Jola ke onyin lafta boyla kan alaw kuma kan onyin kannam.
Bakausu ko hana dara mandin ko ya ka mandin ko fana al tanda ambula ngana alakan so Jola ko mena nakabo al mammoje mankara na doata. Well, even
Mandinkas, when Bakausu goes to preach to them, he will tell them, forget about your drums, stop these drummings and come and follow the Islamic way properly. But, well, it's like that Bakausu, he could have said that the Jolas have the least knowledge and mostly they like to have these festivals.
Had
it not been for him, according to what he said, Bakausu would have been attacked. He wouldn't have left that village in peace. From that day, he said he was afraid to go with Bakausu to their village for the Gamu. Well, they were friends, but because of this difference about the sighting of the moon, which went on to bring this problem between him and the council.
Mr. Fofana, would you agree that some of these statements that Bakausu is alleged to have made may have been quite provocative, considering the tribal lines that he actually skimmed around and the sensitivity?
Okay. Mr. Fofana, itela mira Bakausu komle ya 2 million kuma kawol mende mera kay ka fo ay men foteng. Ni ila mirado yama ka manke doyandir kumode ban siol la karor ni ya jube ban siol la karor manke doyandir kumode ban siol da mal la karor ban ni na ka fo ban
o ko nem mo lafta mo kelela amalla fala ka kuma fa message mo ala ko jinde mo la ya kan wala kam.
Well, what I can say about that is, if people want to bring down your fame, they will accuse or bring allegations against you which will turn the people against you.
ye nanna kaseto bondi ko ke ye baka ye para ko ya la tep kaseto bondi nan ye radio samana ya pile ko baka uska fo jolal ni ya jame ma ya pile bar solo kile manda ben kaseto mo nada kulya mo buka kuma ka mo no wolo kon sa jansifa.
Well, in fact, at that meeting, they brought a tape recorder, and they also brought out a cassette. They said, Bakausu said some inflammatory words about the Jolas and the president. But fortunately, after they played that cassette, in fact, the recording was not clear, and what was being said in the cassette cannot be heard. So that's how that ended.
Please go on.
Tenteng.
Abulai Fati na fanana radiam.
Then after that, Abulai Fati also spoke at that meeting.
Who was Abulai Fati?
Jumala mning Abdullah Fati ti.
Ya jambela Imam Matel the State House.
He was the Imam of the State House Mosque.
Please go ahead and tell us what he said in the meeting and what was his position in the Supreme Islamic Council.
Tenteng ya fonya fana ye munefo. Selang ada fang Abdullah Fati muna matela makamodi Supreme Islamic Council la kafo kono.
Afana mo alfala tije bron la position man tije malo bari je atele to le mo nyata ka bal tije ni man fo la kake akata be marlin dawala je wolon ala foro akata be marin dawala.
Well, that day he said he was responsible for Dawa, and he is among the top executives of the Supreme Islamic Council, and he was also the Imam of the State House Mosque.
What was he responsible for? I didn't get that.
Dawa.
Asata Dawa kotom mentiba.
Wala mo konko banko kan l'islamon be ja kawanda ta marlan kawandolo ko nako men kana diam kana nako media diam kawandolo Kenya landlo atel be marlo kala birum kutubo ni kawando atel be loro karol.
That Dawa means which is Imam Fati's responsibility is the type of preaching and the type of Islamic orientation and the type of Islamic sensitization. It was his responsibility who will allow people to speak, who will tell people, or don't speak about this thing, you don't have responsibility to talk about this and that. That is Imam Fati's responsibility. That was his role.
And was that within his mandate on the Supreme Islamic Council?
Supreme Islamic Council
Well, that's what he said that day. He said he was the person entrusted with that responsibility at the council.
Please go ahead and tell us what else he said.
Tenteng ya fonya oni obora wala yamuna fanamfo.
Ako Bakausu moleti komola anture mambo Bakausu yele batani baba kele do ko konole.
He said Bakausu is somebody who has brought a lot of difficulties for them in their job.
Afana ko hani gamol ni kera banko kan dawda Bakausu.
He said even at Gamos, anywhere in the country, wherever the Gamo takes place, they will start talking about Bakausu.
Ni ko salo abukaso mole sale.
When they said today or tomorrow is going to be Eid prayers, people will not agree to it.
Ako fo Bakausu da mala karanta bang.
He said, is it only Bakausu who is a land scholar in the country?
Ako Bakausu tata maka tol tata maka.
He said Bakausu has been to Mecca and they've also been to Mecca.
So ale Kaaba ke makale.
And Allah has established the Kaaba at Mecca.
So ako oromuna nanin Kaaba be salla lumena muna na molta salla.
He said, so the day that Kaaba is going to pray Eid, why shouldn't other people pray on that same day?
Ako annabi mo yamam bontol ko na jam.
He said the prophets never came from black people.
Ako kila bota damando kila mem fo mole ko dunia be sisal atala fo ko be sisal no lunkilin.
He said where the prophet came from, we should follow those people, and the prophet said we should all pray on one day.
Ako woto Bakausu kumandina menna.
So because the reason for them to call Bakausu to come and sit with them,
Bakausu mampada ni mole nyomoy.
Bakausu is not ready to come to agreement with people or to come to terms with them.
Afana lota ya kaka jolal ne.
He also stood there saying that he's insulting the Jolas.
Aka Yaya Jammeh ne.
He insults Yaya Jammeh.
Kadatil wala mansa
And he criticizes Yaya Jammeh's ruling.
Ako ala dun ko albula la nyaton kol noma.
And he said, Allah said that follow your leaders.
Niye wali nyoya.
If you make them enemies,
Ako mukafiriyal.
that then you are an unbeliever.
Ya kuma jamal fo ye me yala ko kodol be ya Bakausu sol dol ko ninol.
Well, he said a lot of things there, and there were some things which Bakausu can condemn or can even look upon them as lowly.
And you were present at the meeting, is that correct?
Meeting on yibe maberi njela.
Yes, I was sitting there that day like I am sitting here today.
And did Bakausu make any response to these allegations?
Je do sio nyindo je Bakausu ay kumasoro la babe men jabiro ba tumiro nyinde men la kamba.
Biriela diamol beke Bakausu fanana na diam.
After all of them spoke, and later on they allowed Bakausu to take up this to talk, then he also talked.
Can you tell us what his response was?
Pesa fona nyamuna kera Bakausu la jabiroti.
Bakausu ko kon takara ni on bodo yantara maka.
He told them, before going to Mecca, I had my education here first before I went to Mecca. My father taught me. And what he told me was that wherever you go into the world, nobody will deny what you say except your enemies. When he wanted to go to Saudi to go and further his education, my father told him not to go. My father told him, if you go to Saudi, you are going to follow the Arab system and you are going to leave the norm, the norm of the Islamic way, which is not good. He said, you told Abdullah Fatih that day that, in fact, you know how I went to Saudi. And when my father said to Bakausu, don't go to Saudi. In fact, Imam Fatih at that time was a friend to Bakausu. It was Imam Fatih who tried and convinced my father to leave Bakausu to allow him to go to Saudi, because what he told my father was that these days, if you don't go to Saudi, a lot of people will not recognize you as a land scholar. At that time, Bakausu was having a lot of students at home, whom those who were there, and Bakausu was teaching them. But after all that, Bakausu then left for Saudi to go and to go there for further education. So at that point of argument, Abdullah Fatih said it was Bakausu who threw a spanner in their job. And he went on to say that it was the president himself who said some things should be done about this. Why shouldn't the Gambia all pray together on the same day? He said when Makkah says that we are going to pray on this day, why shouldn't we pray? Because at Mecca they have instruments which they use to look for the moon, and if they sight the moon, they announce that the moon has been sighted. Why shouldn't we pray on the same day? Bakausu said to him that, but it is not only Gambia who also deviate from the day that Mecca used to pray. It's not only the Gambia. He counted the countries for him up to Yemen, the countries sharing the same border with Saudi, that they didn't pray with Saudi on the same day, and they just share a border. He told him that, look, Gambia is a very small country. Our next door neighbor, being Senegal, is far more bigger than the Gambia. Now, a small country like the Gambia, if we don't stand for our own norms, how can we be known in the world? Bakausu told them that I cannot be on the same side with you people. What I learned, what I have seen, what I know is what I'm going to follow. Well, Bakausu went on to narrate the history of some of those Arab scholars, what they did, how they were living. Bakausu explained that to them and told them that, so you see, this is why I don't want to follow their norm. This is why what I learned is what I believe in. He told them, whatever you tell me here, you cannot change me. In fact, that day, soldiers and paras were everywhere. Some were outside, and in fact, inside the hall, some of them came in and stood inside the hall.
Because
we didn't think that the meeting was going to be like that, but to struck fear in Bakausu's heart, this is why they brought in all those people, just to intimidate him.
Bakausuka na lafta dalilo na lafa ya jamba kodo babula tiketo jo baka kodo di kadam fulala ayambondi ya enal bona samba sauda lata menna matasi table conference ko sifa yela dalilo sanga na dalilo sam nan killing.
He told them, if you want me to believe you people, Yaya Jammeh buys tickets for footballers to go to other parts of the world. Let him buy a ticket for me and you people so that we can all go to Saudi and sit down with their top leaders and discuss this matter. You will see what will come out of it. They said they will not do that. They told Bakausu that, who are you? They said they don't have that money. So then Bakausu told them, then leave me alone, do what you want to do, and leave me to do what I want to do. So do your preaching, I will do my preaching. Whoever is right, Allah will help that person.
Mr. Fofana, you mentioned the large presence of security officers at the meeting that day. Do you happen to know why they were there?
Because it all fair all moti ntolma yila biko ko baka ni da mamito bari tolele organize na puru ko ngo volum fan tolanga baka so wona fa ba arrest laje.
Well, that was their plan, to intimidate him. But what they told us was that they want to have a small meeting with him alone. But when we went, we found these people there. It was their plan to intimidate him.
Karbakasu hani service man la kuna baka ko fanna ni tara je ne fura je ka fa wolle ya kan katamino service man fa le baka kan na ko mu.
Even among the servicemen, wherever Bakausu meets with them, if you are present, you will know that a lot of them have become Bakausu's followers. This is why they brought in a lot of those security people. Because wherever there is a lot of people, some will like you, but some will not like you.
And did you recognize any of the security officers who were present?
Go wale fem fon le du nya fana ye nyal fana masko pour ko mo suta be kola han ena il fon be kono de ye ndane ena e do fon dunta nyolo wolo kono.
Well, that day the paras who came there were wearing masks. They don't want people to recognize their faces. And the NIA were also present, because I know one of them, one of the NIA. In fact, when I was going into the hall, the man went in with me.
And what would you say was the mood of the meeting? Was it peaceful or was it chaotic?
Meeting on in al halo nyimbe nu nyari fo iba fola ko meeting on kera nin kairo ko no fo ana fitino la fra wulla jela ba
itolia programme to ma ken kairo ko bi woni la fra kaira meeting la dina alfa dam malte ma nyana paral samal na woto.
Well, I think their plan was to bring chaos there, because if you want a peaceful meeting, you can call the civilians alone to come and sit down and discuss. But why bring in the military and the para?
I just wanted you to tell us whether you felt it was chaotic or not.
Ako laftal ro ya fo mole ko meeting on nga jaka sital no ba.
Biro nyi jaka sital because kabirin 12 me don fotala na biro nyi manna kumfa ko.
Well, the meeting I can say was chaotic, because we started the meeting in the morning. It went on up to 4 o'clock, but there was no agreement at the end of the meeting.
And you have said during this meeting, different people spoke on behalf of the Supreme Islamic Council, members of the executive, namely Modou Lamine Touré, Abdoulaye Fati, Ibrahim Dabo, and Thierno Dabo. Ibrahim Jeju. My apologies.
Ako ya ho jam fanon ko ni meeting dingira nyinto je Supreme Islamic Council la kunu kuma balbe diam raje ga wala ni moldi kabo mo Lamine Touré la kada fo ni mo la men fo de.
And after they spoke,
and CDSCC. And after they spoke, Imam Bakausu responded.
Bre diamuta Bakausu Imam Bakausu Fofana na jabiroke.
You have also said that no agreement was reached, because Bakausu insisted on his position and the Supreme Islamic Council also insisted on their position.
And iya Fofana ko manna ben kanto kadum imam ba kaus Fofana abe lori ndamdo abe lori wolto nyindol fana be lori ndamdo abe lori wolto manna ben kanto.
Can you tell us what conclusion was reached at the end of the day?
Fo isa fona tilo nyi labandula mi ngi labandula do muna narna albenta munela ka benta munela
abulay fadi na ko ba kaus mom ni te man son tolma ndonga na mi do nga men dade ko mo jang mbe wolla le ka ni man so wala be fanjala kula ko me ila mem.
Then Imam Fati made threatening words to Bakausu, telling him that you don't know what we have prepared for you here. If you don't agree with us, you will see something that will that you have never seen in your life.
Chorna daba fana ulta alora ko onko nyen kafu ba wakara be ninjang Bakausu killing kabiran 12 fotala nan fala mina sila mambe no kuro alenga mende da ka lungo la kamanga janjambang.
Cherno Dabo also got up and said, look, since in the morning we've been talking to this man here up to 4 o'clock. There is no agreement. Now, let's go to our plan. What we prepared for him, let's do that to him. He went on to tell them that we are on the truth, or is it Bakausu who is speaking the truth? Then that's the time when Ablai Fati got up and told Bakausu that what we want. You have been preaching here for over 20 years. We want you to stand and tell the whole world that, because the whole world listens to you. And that whole world, you tell them that whatever you have said to them has all been lies. There is no single truth in your preaching. The council people are the truthful people. Let's all support the council. If you do that, what we intended for you, we will cancel it. But if you don't do that, what we prepared for you is what we are going to do for you today. Then Bakausu told him, Ablai Fati, who are you? He told Bakausu that you will know who I am today. He told him, I learned, I studied, and you didn't teach me. What I know, that's what I'm going to do. Whatever you said here, I won't take it. The people who accompanied us, Bakausu's in-law, and our mother's uncle, they really were, they were fearful that day.
Can you give us the names, please, Mr. Interpreter? I believe he mentioned some names.
No, he didn't say mention names. He just mentioned that their mother's uncle and in-law were the people who accompanied them. He didn't mention any name.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Bitama bakos bitama what dama bakos ya foko ya ngamem foto nyata ya purba bakos kung la kanoka wala vita purba bakos la kanol.
The in-law, Bakausu's in-law intervened and told Bakausu that agree with them so that we can come to an end about this dispute. Because the paras were making certain preparations which we saw their stand has changed. Our mother's uncle in fact shed tears. He in fact called me and told me to tell Bakausu to agree with these people so that we will have an end to this dispute.
Mr. Fofana, can you kindly give us the names of these people you are mentioning? Bakausu's elder wife's father is the in-law. He's called Atodum. Muhammad Jajusi. Some call him. Sometimes they call him Dabel in his hometown at Sukuta. Our grandfather is Mamadou Fofana, but he is of late now. And the man who drove us there, called Sise, the Sarahuliman I mentioned, his surname is Sise. He also panicked and went to the extent of telling Bakausu, agree with these people. That day, it was only me and Bakausu who stood our ground.
cheba do be sirinda ngaji ko mawla antura invite mo cheba ko jaran ko ju soka jaba ko sa to sona bara balon na nka ko tol mu jaran ko den tolu membe kala wala be ka ban to sona ngo Fofana dalaje.
There was an old man sitting near me who mentioned that Jaranka people are very stubborn people, but they will know what will happen to them today. I responded to this old man. I told him, we are also Jarankas, really, but we will never agree to agree to follow them. I responded that to this old man. I went on to tell the old man that, well, death is painful, but to die for the truth is better than to die for lies. He asked me, where are you from? I never responded to him because I was heated up at that time. That was the time when Bakausu was arguing with Imam Fati, and there was real heat. There was heat in the hall that day. They were sitting on a stage and we were facing them. I got up in fact and stood and told Imam Fati that you yourself, Imam Fati, all that you have ever preached, are they also lies? Well, what brought us here is that we could have turned a new page, but what you have said, we will not agree to that. What will happen is what's going to happen.
Mr. Fofana, thank you very much. I mean, you've explained the disagreement that occurred between Bakausu and the different members of the Supreme Islamic Council. Really, what we want to know now is what decision was reached at the end of the day.
Barakabaka, Mr. Fofana, ya kacha janne kacha nyimbe kola Bakausu ni nying Supreme Islamic Council la kunukumal len kacha bekon nyomoyo manna sotoje. Sila lafta lo na biro kacha nyimbota la je manna nyomoy. Muna nata nake.
Yes, at the meeting there, finally, Imam Fati read a verse from the Quran, an ayah. He said Bakausu, in fact, doesn't narrate that properly. He read out the ayah or the verse. The ustaz is that he called to come to the meeting. And ustaz got up called Omar Danso. He told Imam Fati that the ayah you read, you are reading it wrongly. The way Bakausu read it, that's what is in the Quran. And the man who stated this is also a well-known scholar. So this is why when he uttered this, when he said this at the meeting, Imam Fati kept quiet.
So was the decision finally reached by the Supreme Islamic Council regarding Imam Bakausu?
For kunyala ba kola for Supreme Islamic Council karo inarna kunne fenda kumfa Bakausu la kuroba.
Abdullah Fati na wulu ko ka letter obon.
Abdullah Fati got up and brought out a letter. He said, look at this letter. We are going to copy it. We will give you one. We will give one to in the IG. By that time, the IG was Yankuba Sonko. We are taking it also to the GRTS. By that time, Modsanyang was the DG of the GRTS. And we will announce this over the radios and television station. All these cassette dealers and these recording studios, whoever sells your cassette, he will see himself at a place where he never liked. And you Bakausu yourself, Gambia here during Yaya Jammeh's rule, you will never preach in any mosque here. You will not attend any Islamic conferences. Even in your own compound, if there is a naming ceremony, you will not speak there. Wherever Islam is being discussed, you will never be allowed to talk there. If you deny that, you will see yourself at a place you will ever regret. Bakausu told him that what I heard is from you. I haven't heard from Allah. You have said what you want to say. Whatever you want to do, do that. They brought the letter. They gave it to Bakausu. They went along with other letters. A letter was sent to the IG. And one was taken to the GRTS. That's how they banned Bakausu from preaching.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fofana. Essentially, after the Supreme Islamic Council wanted to basically force Bakausu to accept their own religious views, and he refused, they banned him from all religious activities at the end.
Barka ba Mr. Fofana midingo nyimbe bando kola midingo nyinkere kola inimba ka ko Fofana ni Supreme Islamic Council andu ko nyi nyala ba ka Fofana manna song ila kanindro to ila to lafita men ni ko nyi nyala ba nyi nata na mune ka denga tawda wala nyi kana tongola kan wala akana ka wando ke dingiral bedo kafu fengol kafu bengol to mune nata nake budum ba ka suna nata wala manna ka wandike.
Well, that's how Bakausu left, and he stopped preaching.
And he also said that they were prepared to enforce this ban on Bakausu by making sure that the IGP was informed, the GRTS was also informed, as well as other people who sold cassettes and also radio stations, so that no one would be able to entertain him.
And we have ibe kata kol be fere la Bakausu bano me ya la kan wala minti ko banero men la kan pura kana kawando ke dingiralto ba kata la yetongo men la kan ibe kata kol fere la puru police la nyaron ko aning GRTS aning kasir wafila dingira kotangol wol besi idabu Bakausu la kankula kawandi kol da ikana kawando kasero wafi ikana kawando ke dal
wala fo ne radio.
Yes, that's what they said. They banned him even at the radios.
And do you believe that the Supreme Islamic Council had the power or the right to do this?
For ila miroro, for ila ranyina ko Supreme Islamic Council for yo sembo sorol bam warando for yo nyanto sorol ka oke bang.
Ko nga fo ya wolna abula so fati ko atela mata dawala banko kan na do ko na kuntu damanto ila kambion ka ko wala be kala wolna ofo.
Well, that was the day Abdullah Fati said he was responsible for dawah. That means every preaching in the country, Islamic conferences and so on, the responsibility lies on him about what to preach. And that day, that's why they decided to ban him.
And
because kabe kaundo kala jama fonte je butun tolle balanda ane no fama dindi men kamen fo nkai ko ni be bolo nyino kan tonga na bolo kanda.
Well, when we left there that day, it was on a Friday. So Bakausu, in fact, we wanted to preach at the mosque that day after Friday, during the Friday prayers. But myself and the old man who accompanied us, we decided to stop Bakausu and tell him, if you want to be on your right, don't argue with them. Don't try to do anything that will make them come for you again. Just forget everything.
Mr. Fofana, I just wanted to ask you more about Abdullah Fati. Do you know who gave him the power to determine what religious views or perhaps what religious practice and activities are performed by Muslimic clerics or scholars in the country?
Ila London ya la ba imam ba Abdullah Fati jumale o sembo diala pour ka maranyun ko la isaje ka foko molbe la dino kala nyame arando mombe kawando kala nyame ba sambala na nyame jumale o sembo diala pour ka oke ni la London sai fa isa London
to comme be alo nyame banko ka jabot mo nyure ni yaaje be la ben konde kilindi men diata e drong semmo drong ko ku ka me yalo ngam nam dal men na banko fonkan e be samere yaajambe la ni yaajambe bilari ni yaaje ko kudo keno yaajambe lem.
Well, we all know that the Supreme Islamic Council was a tool of Yahya Jammeh, and we all know that whatever they do, they have the support of Yahya Jammeh. So this is why, because whatever they do and whatever they want to do, that's what they do, and this is all by the support of Yahya Jammeh. Because he doesn't have the power, if it is not the president, to stop other people from propagating the Islamic way how they want it. But nowadays, look at the days now. Do they have the power to stop people from preaching?
Well,
He told them a long time that if you see water boiling inside a cooking pot and fire beneath the cooking pot, that's what it is, the cooking pot which is between the fire and the water. So it is nowadays that that cooking pot has a puncture. This is why the water poured on their fire, the Islamic Council is now already extinguished.
Mr. Fofana, we've come to the end of your questioning. We need to have a break, but when we come back, I would like you to explain to us the meaning behind that proverb. Maybe you can tell us what represents the firewood, what represents the boiling pot, and all of that, so that we can understand you properly. But unfortunately, we have a break right now, so we'll break for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and continue with your testimony. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Isi jaba kesa woro mole ya fo mole ifit ikoro munati pare sa ndem bita fonyo no minute zaba ni murunda nang isi ni la wolf.
Inshallah, problem that.
Thank you very much. There is no problem with that.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you, Mr. Fofana. We'll take a 30-minute break and come back at 10 past 12. Meeting is adjourned.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.